Hey everyone! So in today's video, I thought I would give you all a bit of an update on how I have been going with the Project 333 Capsule Wardrobe Challenge. Now, if you don't know what this challenge is, I will link a video down below just so that you can get an idea for what it is that I've been doing. So I'm currently halfway through, so I've got another month and a half to go, and I have to admit, I've been finding it so-so. One of the things that I'm really missing is a lot of my wardrobe, and I feel like by the time I finish this challenge, I'm not going to know how to deal with having access to so much more than I currently am using, because I've got 33 items, that's it. I'm not really going above and beyond that at all, and I'm finding I've got a lot to mix and match. I mean, I recently did a lookbook video where I shared with you 3 outfits that I could do with just one pair of jeans, and I've got a pair of trousers which are very similar, and I could probably create a lot of the same kinds of looks with those trousers as well, just to make them weekend appropriate. I am finding that without wearing heels, with my pencil skirts or for my skirts for work, I do feel very sloppy, and this is just one of those things. I think it's always going to be an issue for me, but I do have a pair of heels that I tuck underneath my desk at work to try and alleviate that issue. So it's really only the walking to and from work that I have that kind of frumpy problem. Now, I have switched out a few pieces already, but I quickly realized that I didn't need all of the items that I'd selected. And as I said, I mean, it's really hard because this is only my second year in Sydney, so I don't know the seasons as well as I would if I were, if I had grown up here. So the pieces that I swapped out, the pieces that I decided not to continue keeping in my capsule, were the trench coat from Dress Up Clothing, just as I've got the Acne leather jacket, and for me, I think that's going to be enough. The Lover Courtney skirt, it's blush with a lace panel down the center. I sort of felt like this didn't go as well with my capsule as I would have liked, so I thought I might as well use another skirt that's probably a bit more neutral and that offers me a bit more variety in terms of outfits. The third item is a skirt from Karen Walker, and this is the beige elasticated waist skirt, which I adore. It's one of my favorites, but the issue is I got a bit of a stain on it, and then it took me a really long time to get it to the dry cleaners. It's still at the dry cleaners, so I haven't worn it. I think I wore it once, and it's, it's halfway through. I don't really envision myself wearing it too much from now on, just because it is starting to get a bit chillier, so I thought I might as well just pick something else to replace it with, because I don't think that it was a good decision, considering that I ended up getting a stain on it. And sometimes with those more expensive pieces, I do like to get them dry cleaned if they get a stain, rather than hand washing them, as I don't really want to work the stain into the fabric anymore, and dry cleaners have a lot more tools at their disposal. The fourth item were the Nobody jeans. So I decided pretty early on that I didn't want to use those in my capsule anymore. I thought, you know what, I'm going to use my J Brown jeans. They're black, they're very skinny, I like the fabric, they're very lightweight, and they're not too high, they're a mid-rise, so they don't sit too high up that if you eat a lot, and I mean, it's been Easter recently, and I've been making pasta, so I'm not going to feel like I'm bursting out of my trousers. So I decided I would swap them up, and it's been a pretty good decision, I think. Then the last item that I have switched out was the white jumper from Ashley Fogel, and this was just because I felt like I already had enough jumpers. So I've got a sweatshirt from Everlane, I've got the Crunchy Road Merino, and I've got the Everlane rose colored cashmere. And for me, I think that's all I need, because I've also got a cardigan from Ashley Fogel. Oh, I've swapped out 6 items and I haven't added in another one, so I've got 1 item spare, sorry. So the last item I decided to get rid of was the cardigan from Karen Walker. It's the grey cashmere one. Now I'll show you the items that I've actually switched them in for, and I don't have any clips of me wearing them on, but I will just kind of pick them up and show you, and hopefully that'll give you a good idea. So the first item is this skirt from Karen Walker. It's a grey wool flannel. It's a pencil style skirt with an elasticated waist, and it's just got these ties here. It can be dressed down, it can be dressed up. I like that I can wear this in the office because it does come to the knee, and it's just so easy to throw on. I can wear it with something tucked in, or I can wear it with a loose top over the top of it. So I really thought that this would get put to good use during my capsule. The next item is from Josh Goot, and it is this kind of graphic printed A-line skirt, and I just love this. I've worn it so much since I bought it, and I thought it would be a shame not to include it. I can definitely wear this in the winter with a pair of black tights and some heeled boots, so I thought this would be great to wear, you know, with a jumper. I can wear it with a blazer for work and just a nice white shirt. So this has been one of those things that I've gravitated towards a lot this last month and a half. Then, as I mentioned, I got rid of my Nobody jeans in place of these black denim skinnies from J Brand. They are just a really nice stretchy fabric. These are the photo ready jeans, and they're so flattering. People keep telling me that my legs look really slender when I'm wearing these, and so I feel like it's the jeans. It's the jeans that are making my legs look skinny. So if that's what you're after, I'd pick up a pair of these. I actually got mine on eBay, so I managed to get them for such a good price. I think they might have been less than $150, so keep your eye out on that, as some people do sell them brand new. Now, you guys know how much I love my stripes, and this item always ends up in my capsules, and so it was no surprise that I was going to end up adding it to this one. And it's this striped top from T by Alexander Wang. It is a cotton linen fabric. It's got long sleeves, and it just goes with everything. And it's so easy to care for. I just throw it in the washing machine, hang it out on the line, and I'm done. And yeah, it's just really lightweight, but it's also warm. So I'm really glad to have included that in my capsule now, because it's one of those pieces that I feel like, you know, I really love wearing over and over. The last piece is one that was sort of new to me, and I bought it I bought it late last year, but I only received it at the beginning of this year. And it's this wool flannel skirt from T by Alexander Wang, and it's kind of a fitted pencil skirt. It comes about an inch or an inch and a half above the knee, but I really like it. It's very flattering. It's a slim fit, which I don't normally go for something that is this fitted, but I like the fabric. It's a heavier fabric for winter, so it's going to be great towards the end of my capsule, definitely, but for now I have been loving wearing it with bare legs. In terms of how the capsule has actually been going, like how much I've been enjoying it, it's been absolutely fine. I haven't found it difficult at all. Getting ready in the morning has been very easy. I wouldn't say anybody's noticed that I've only been wearing the same outfits or the same items for the last month and a half. It's not obvious at all, because everything that I've selected is all very neutral, which I guess you would come to expect if you follow my blog or you've seen any of my other capsules. So it means that I can really mix and match everything that I have and get a lot more wear out of everything. Like there's a lot more flexibility, and that's one of the things that I really like. I do also feel, to an extent, much more put together. So I know what works for me and what doesn't. So I've got my go-to outfits. I know I look good in them, I feel good in them, and so I will gravitate towards those. Also, I found a lot of the pieces that I've chosen, they work really well with flats, except for a couple of the skirts that I've got for the office. So it means that I don't have to feel like I have to wear heels every day, which is one of the things that I have found a lot in the past. And I don't know if it's just because you wear a pair of heels and they make your legs look longer or what, but yeah, it definitely has helped to have those pieces that look good with a pair of flats rather than just with heels. The only thing that I would say is a few of the pieces that I've got are dry clean only, so I have been a little bit lazy about going and picking things up, and so it's meant that there have been periods of time where I just haven't had something. And while it isn't a big deal, it does reduce the size of your wardrobe, and I mean, one piece out of 33 actually is quite a lot, and when it's two pieces that's even more. So that's probably one thing that I haven't really liked about the challenge, and I think I think it might become more of an issue if I don't have my black blazer moving forward. In terms of anything that I haven't worn, I think there's probably only a few pieces, and that would be my apricot blazer from Karen Walker, which I thought I would wear a lot. And now that it's getting cooler, I'm not really sure that I'm going to wear it, so I might switch it out for something else. Then there's also the grey sweatshirt from Everlane. It hasn't been super cold on the weekend, and when it is cold, I've been wearing my grey cardigan from Ashley Fogel just because it was my mum's and I have this sentimental attachment to it, so I'd rather wear that as opposed to a sweater, and it also looks a lot more pulled together. So at this stage, I think those are probably the only two pieces that I haven't worn yet, but it's still only halfway through and it's going to get colder. over the next month and a half, so I mean it's quite likely that I will wear the sweatshirt, but maybe I might pick something else instead of the blazer to wear. So that is how I have been going. I would love to know if you have been doing Project 333 and how it has been going for you, whether you found it easy or if you found it a struggle. One thing I will say is that I am so relieved that I didn't include shoes in my 33 items, just because it's made my life so much easier. I can wear whatever shoes I like, and I recently bought a pair of leather boots and I'm waiting for them to arrive in the mail. They're coming all the way from Lithuania, so I can't wait because I don't have any shoes that are wet weather appropriate. Well, not really. I've got one pair of really high Chelsea boots from Zimmermann. So I'm really looking forward to receiving these boots, and it will mean that I'll be able to wear them. And I never would have been able to include them in my capsule if I had set the shoes as part of it. And the same goes for bags as well, because I recently got my Manso Gabriel bucket bag. So I've been using that quite a bit recently and just sort of switching it up with the other bags that I've got, just to ensure that I'm getting a bit of wear out of all of them. I will do a small update on the 5-piece French wardrobe challenge in the coming weeks. So if you have been thinking of doing that yourself, then keep an eye out for it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. I'll see you next time. Bye.